SmartStream is a specialist in operational control with 40 years of heritage around putting in reconciliations. Today we've evolved that business to managing and focusing on exceptions, which are the problems that our customers encounter. And so the entire idea is to give them an operational control layer which allows them and gives them intelligence in order to address issues within their operations. So today we announced TLM Aurora, which is basically a transition period and a transitioning product that all our clients can move from their existing platform to the technology that is needed for the future. So where the challenges of yesterday were end of day, the challenges of today are intraday, the challenge of tomorrow is instant. And our clients need to be able to address that because that's the expectations that their clients have of them. Aurora works by actually positioning to address the problems that most banks are looking at to solve today. And those are things like the instant payments business, digital payments, everything around moving transactions cross-border but within the country, which affects directly their clients as they want to process payments. The challenges are that when you think about yesterday, everything was a point-to-point control. Today it's much more complex. It's actually understanding and controlling the entire transaction life cycle within a bank as it moves through the different silos. So it's not only the complication, but it's also being able to address that quickly, because what clients are no longer willing to accept is latency. And that is where we face the challenges with huge amounts of high volume, low value payments, being able to make sure that those work correctly, and if they don't, that our clients find quick solutions. Data is actually the crux of any sort of business, okay, in the banking industry. It's much like the fact that a car maker has to control all the parts in order to make an end product. That's what banks have to do, control all the parts as in data to make an end product. Now, there are different ways of approaching this, but the best way is actually understanding where your data is causing failure and what is the cost involved of fixing that, so that we can address that and change it at the root. And that's exactly the expertise that SmartStream delivers. There are definitely differences. I mean, coming out of the Middle East and been working in the emerging markets, one of the things that is definitely true is they have leapfrogged the Western markets in terms of digital payments, in terms of mobile payments, in terms of electronic transactions. So there's a lot that we can actually learn out of those areas. On the other hand, if you look at your traditional banking in the Western countries, it's a lot more related about diversity of products. Things like securities, things like funds, FX, money market. So particularly traditional banking products, but which are not yet applied into the emerging markets. So each market can learn from each other, and SmartStream, having a basis of 1,500 clients, actually knows what those problems are. To be honest, I think the most exciting trend is that actually people are, because of the promise of new technology, are beginning to rethink the way they do things and are open to adopting new ways of doing things. Obviously, there are certain buzzwords in the market, such as AI, machine learning, which are great things. But the thing is, without the underlying foundation, those things will not be operable. And that's exactly what we're trying to achieve with TLM Aurora, is to transition people to have a platform, a basis that we can actually apply those technologies and make them into usable cases.